All right, guys. So I did a thing. I went up to Theory11's website looking for playing cards because I knew that they had some really unique designs and everything. And what I quickly discovered was they have an option where you can get a variety pack of cards. You can get 12 cards in this variety pack. And I got really excited about that because they have so many decks to choose from. I didn't want to just get one or two decks that were neat. I wanted to get a bunch and kind of take a look at them. So that's what we're going to do today. By the way, this box is fantastic. Oh, and I wanted to let you know, I'm going to go ahead. There were two more decks that I wanted that were not available in the variety pack for whatever reason. So I threw them in. So we'll take a look at those two. We've got the Beatles one and the Harry Potter. And I also went to another site because I was pretty excited about the NOC cards. So I went to the Vanishing site and got a deck of NOC, the Pro Edition, and also the MYNOC Ice. So without further ado, let's take a look at the pack that I decided to get. And then we'll tear into these bad boys. So what we've got here is the Contraband deck, Jimmy Fallon, Saturday Night Live, Monarch, this is a purple edition. The Product Red, I guess it's called. It's like a premium red, something. This is Star Wars. Doesn't say so, but it is. Obviously, the Grateful Dead. And this is none other than James Bond's deck, 007. And here's the Mandalorian, Avengers in purple, and the Artisan, and then the Nomad deck. So these are the decks that I decided on for my 12 set box. And like I said, I also wanted to add Harry Potter and the Beatles. So these are all the ones that I'll be covering. So let's get these out of here. Oh, and by the way, I also, while I was at Vanishing, I picked this up, which is called the Carat case. And it's got a nice little magnetic cover, but it'll be a good way, once I've got all these decks, to store them. And I really like it because it's got a little bit cutaway so that you can easily pull decks back out of there. Just wanted to mention that because I feel like this will be a really nice addition, you know, sitting in my library with decks of cards in it. And by the way, I'm not a cardistry guy. I'm not really a magician. I do a little bit. I'm kind of a weekend warrior, if you will. But I am really into decks of cards. I think they're so cool. And if I am doing tricks or something like that, then I wanted to have like a cool deck to be able to do that, just to make it stand out a little bit. Full disclosure, it was going to take like 15 minutes for me to unwrap all of these packs. So I went ahead and unwrapped them off screen. But we'll open them together. So let's start with the Contraband. We'll start just with the case, which is very nice. It's got a neat feel to it. It's completely embossed and everything. I don't know how much you can make out of this, but it's just a beautiful looking pack of cards. And I'm excited to see how these cards look. All right. So here's your jokers. Look at that. That's a totally different joker, huh? Neat. And then the backs of the cards, kind of a world map navigator kind of thing. Maybe like a pirate theme going on here. Ooh. The Ace of Spades, definitely different and cool looking. So let's see what all of these guys look like. Looks like, oh, look at this. It comes with a double back card for Magic. I'm not good enough to do this, but the thing where, you know, you flip the card out and then it's still got the back, that's kind of neat. I'm sure plenty of magicians out there appreciate that. But let's take a look at what these cards look like. I'm really digging the old kind of, it's almost like an ancient look here that just kind of gives it a, like as if it's aged, even though the cards are perfect and brand new. It's a very cool look. It's a nice deck of cards. I have a feeling cardistry people are going to like these. It's got a lot going on the back, and that might look neat with some flourishes and things along those lines. All right, let's check out the next deck. So next we've got the Jimmy Fallon, and his is kind of plain Jane looking. Looks like you've got like a New York, I don't know if that's the Empire State Building or what that is, the Chrysler Building, but he's definitely got that kind of vibe going on. Ooh, nice jokers. They say applause. And here's the Ace of Spades, which is pretty cool looking. Got a little cityscape there. I see small numbers for the indexes. At least they look small to me compared to, yeah, look. So with a normal bicycle deck. So that's pretty interesting. Not going to be happy if you're somebody who, look at the aces have a symbol on them. Let's see if all of them do a little moon. If you have vision problems or struggle, look, another double-backed one, but it's two different backs. That's kind of cool. A little Theory11 or Theory11 information. So, yeah, if you have vision problems and you're using these for card games, it is a small font. Very cool. All right. Move on to Saturday Night Live. Kind of excited about these ones too. Live from New York. Okay. Oh, look at inside the case. It's kind of cool. Nice joker with the Saturday Night Live moon. And the Ace of Spades has the SNL logo. Let's take a look at the Jack and Queen and King. And these indexes are bigger. They're more like standard size. So that's good to know. Pretty cool face cards. Totally different. Their flip card is different colors, and it just says live from New York or it's Saturday night. And look at the backs of these, man. I think in the cardistry world, this will be pretty cool. Doing some flourishes with those would be nice. All right, we'll move right on to one of my favorites until I found out about Theory11 and all these specialty decks, which I knew nothing about. I've always liked the Monarch, and this is it. It's a very nice case. Feels sturdy. Almost feels like a little bit more meat to it, but I don't know. I don't know that that's possible. Maybe I'm just kind of a placebo effect. I like the Monarchs, so maybe that's it. That's cool. Got the old penny cycles for the Joker. And then the Ace of Spades. And let's see what the face cards are. Standard face cards. But they're nice. They pop. They've got good coloring and everything. The indexes are all very easy to read. Nice cards. And then let's see. There's the purple Monarch art. It's pretty nice, I think. This one did not come with a double-backed card, so I don't know if that's just for certain decks or what the deal is, but very nice deck of cards. They all, to me, they all feel Very similar, about the same, I would say. Probably created in the same factory and with the same process. Oops, a couple extra cards. See, this is one of my pet peeves. So the way that I opened this one, I didn't have that little thumb opening in there. And then you can't really grab the cards and pull them out right. So some cards always stay in the box, like this one. And that's really painful if you're a magician, because you're trying to be as smooth as you can be, and people are really keeping their eyes on you, and then you get cards stuck in the deck, in the box, and it just looks terrible. All right. Nice. Every deck of product playing cards can provide 5 days of life-saving HIV medication. 100% support that. Fantastic. Okay. No flipped card there. Ooh, look at this Joker. No joke. More on their life-saving HIV medication. So buy a red deck and help people living with HIV. Look at that. That's nice. And then we get back to the face cards. Pretty standard, a plain Jane, and actually they look more plain Jane because of the dark coloring, maybe black, of this, around the suits. It's just black and red. So these are very kind of plain Jane looking. But it's a nice index, nice and big, easy to read. And I really dig these backs. These are very nice. I think it's a cool, clean card. By the way, this isn't just me reviewing these. I'd love to hear from you guys. Make sure that you leave comments on each of the decks. Tell me which one's your favorite. If there's any that you don't like, or if you want to go the full gambit, tell me, your order of what your favorites are. Here we go, another one where I didn't get the thumb insert pulled out, so we're bound to have some cards left behind. Like I say, that's kind of a pain. But you also want to make sure when you fold these under that they're not sticking out at all, because then the glue, this thing is pet peeves galore. The glue gets on the cards and stuff, and next thing you know, your cards got sticky on some back or something, and that's just terrible. This is kind of cool. It's got two-sided, but they're different. This is regular space. This is when we're going through hyperspace. The backs of these are nice. Very detailed and cool. I see some R2-D2. I see some Rebel Alliance symbols. Very cool. Oh, look at this. We got 8 as the Joker. And then one of those guys. I don't remember. I'm a huge fan, but I don't remember all these things. The Ace of Spades, kind of cool looking. Definitely got some X-Wing action in there. Looks like Yoda, so he must be going to visit Yoda. Again, the indexes are small. I do dig this. This is nice, different, but I feel like that could be incorporated in a trick, by the way. They alternate being lines instead of a solid. But I'm not a huge fan of the small indexes, probably because I'm getting older and I've got vision issues. And so I like to have bigger cards. I like these backs. Even though they're very cluttered and full of stuff, it's also kind of very plain, that sort of soft gray. It's just neat looking to me, By the way, the Star Wars come in multiple colors. I just happened to get this white color, which I thought was pretty nice looking. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Grateful Dead. Yes. I have high hopes for these cards. The box is nice. It's got a nice feel to it and everything. I like the seal. The seal's got the Grateful Dead head. Okay, right off the bat, I love them. Look at this case all the way inside, all kinds of cool Dead sticker type stuff. You've got the dancing bears on the Joker, of course. I mean, how could you not? I see some stellar stuff, outer space, and also maybe a magic mushroom or two. On the Ace of Spades, oh man, they nailed it. Look at that. You got the deadhead right on there. And then look, not to be outdone, all of the cards have cool stuff going on. And they got the kind of trippy, look at the numbers. These are going to be hard to read though. But the face cards, fantastic. Ooh, look at that king. And then each ace is individually got some really neat stuff going on. They've got a lot of neat stuff going on here. I get the idea of the trippy font, but for playing cards, I would say this is kind of tough. You know, the wiggles and stuff in small index is going to make it a little bit tougher for a card player to make quick decisions on cards across the table from them. But for Magic or card flourishes, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at the back of this thing and the way that it just kind of looks in a flourish, or you know, what do they call this, where you fan it across the thing? But that's just fantastic. Even somebody who can't do it very good like me. Good deck. Highly recommend the Grateful Dead deck if you're looking for art and kind of a cool vibe. Not so hot on it being a poker deck. If I'm playing poker, I'm going back to the old standard, to be perfectly honest, at this stage. Now let's see the 007 deck. Oh my goodness, look at this box. And look, it's got, those aren't cuts, but the embossing is so heavy duty that it looks like the box is kind of cut. This is a very cool, intricate, and I like just the jet black inside. I can see this is going to be a cool deck of cards. All right, we got the double back here, but in black. And then the Jokers. Looks like a really cool card. Oops, try and get it in focus there for you. And then the Ace of Spades, of course. Look at that. It's got the rifled barrel going to the center of it. Oops, small indexes again. Now, you would think James Bond, right? What does he do? Baccarat. So as a gambler and card player, you would think that they would want to have a little bit bigger index. I got to admit, though, for a small index, this one is easily readable. Let's take a look at face cards. So some nice coloring, very plain in the faces. Ooh, and the ace is cool. So each ace must have kind of an individual thing going on. Let's see. Crosshairs. What was this one? It's like the watch, his watch that Q gives him, and the rifled barrel, of course. All right, not bad, not bad. Don't forget to comment below what you guys think. Are you a James Bond fan? I grew up with James Bond. Watched all the way back in the early 70s. I was watching him as a little kid with my dad. Bond was his favorite. He read all the books and he introduced me to him. So I've just always been fond of Bond. All right, corny dad joke out of the way. This is the way. Look at this. Guess what came out? The Mandalorian. And this is a pretty case. It's got some really cool stuff going on here. You can see the Mandalorian's helmet. Ooh, and I like the backdrop here. Got the little Mandalorian symbol stuff. Oh, look at that. Scum, right? That's the Rebels and Scum have their different things. You got Jawas for Jokers. That's pretty cool. And Sandman, what are they? The Tusken Raiders. And then look who's on the Ace of Spades. Baby Yoda. Of course. Another small index. Gosh, this one looks even smaller. Let's see what we've got going on here. So you got the Mando back, and then just some information on the other side. This index is okay for me. Again, I'm not a fan of the tiny indexes, but I can see why people like the kind of sort of plain simpleness to it. Okay. Fantastic deck, though. And as a Star Wars fan and or Mandalorian or Boba Fett, which is the latest one that's out, this is a cool deck to have, you know. Maybe a collector's piece, dare I say. All right, I went with purple for the Avengers. I mean, purple's my favorite color. Purple's my favorite color. But I just thought it was really cool with the Avengers. I looked at each of the backs very carefully. Look, they got all the different symbols of the different heroes and stuff. That's pretty cool. And I just felt like the purple really, for me, it just popped. So let's see, we got regular old cards. Look at that back, that's kind of cool. I think the cardistry folks will like that. But let's take a look at these fanned out. Okay, so because you've got that, you can see if I was good at fanning, right? All you would get is that little thing. So that's something some people might have an issue with, because when you fan the cards out like this, you kind of want to get some design stuff going on that's pretty cool looking. And they're upside down, but you can see the index again is fairly small. I see that they're really sticking with that whole small index. Okay, we got Thanos on the Joker, and then what's that, Loki? It must be Loki's helmet. And that is a pretty cool Ace of Spades, especially for a fan of Marvel in general or the Avengers. Interesting take on the Jack there. Ooh, and look at the Queen. Okay, this one definitely stands out to me. I see Captain America there. All right, and then the Ace has a nice little fine detail. So I assume, look, each set of face cards is somebody different from the Avengers. Ooh, there's the Black Panther. This is really cool. Thor. A very nice deck of cards. All right, we got the star. Ah, there he is. I know everybody was waiting for that. Aha, look, he made it in. Oh, my son is going to be so excited. All right, and then what's on the last ace? Looks like a staff of some sort. Okay. That's another one that I can't really keep up with. There's like 42 Avenger movies, and I kind of lost track there somewhere along the way. I try to keep up with it, but it's just, there's so many things going on, so many things to do. We've got the Artisan deck. Just looked like a really clean, kind of cool vibe to it. This is the black edition. And yeah, it just looked like a cool deck, so I thought it would be a good choice. I mean, you get 12 decks in this brick, and so, and by the way, I should mention, you know, I did get 14 decks, like I said, but I got them for the price of inside of 12, not to mention no cost for shipping. Because when you get the brick, they give you a discount on the cards, and also after you get over a certain price, you get free shipping. So I highly recommend, if you're looking at several decks of cards or something like that, just go ahead and get the brick and get some really cool combinations here. Look at the Joker in this, the Guild of Artisans. That's pretty cool. Like that ace. That's pretty smooth. What do we like? Nice regular sized indexes. And that is what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at the back of these bad boys. All right. Very kind of glamorous. At the same time, it's got that whole Illuminati vibe going on, right? Or one of those groups. I don't even remember what they're called. All right, again, that's very nice having the double back. available to you for tricks and such. Nice deck. Very cool. All right, and the last of our brick is the Nomad. That thing's just kind of another one that just kind of grabbed me. It was just, and how can you go wrong with a name like Nomad, you know? All right. I like the case and the case art. This is very cool looking so far. Let's see the Joker. The Simple Fool. It's like Pinocchio. The Simple Fool. A very straightforward Joker. Another kind of extravagant Ace of Spades. Oh, and I forgot to look at the face cards in Artisan. We'll have to pop those out at some time. These are very standard, like your standard bicycle cards. It looks to me like that's really what this deck is. So what you're getting out of this deck is a different back, a complicated back that looks like it would be cool for doing some card tricks and things like that. Let's see, for the cardistry guys. It's not bad. That's Nomad. A straightforward with a kind of a cool back on there. And let's see, abracadabra. Look at this. They even got the Illuminati thing going on here, and it turns Nomad in the middle. Insert eerie music here. Dun, dun, dun. The Magician, the Nomad Hotel. I like it. This is a cool deck. It's got a little vibe to it too, you know. If you want something that's just a little bit different than your standard poker cards for doing some tricks, this looks like a pretty cool deck for that. Now let's pop into our two extras, the Harry Potter and the Beatles. Which one should we do first? Well, this is perhaps the greatest band of all time, and this is one of the best fantasy book series of all time. We're going to go with this one because this one is the best. So, ooh, I like the case. It's got a kind of a foil going on here. And by the way, I got the red figured for Gryffindor. I got the red version of the cards. Look, it says 9 3/4. It's the little things that please me. All right, there's Dobby as a Joker. And Hagrid. There's our two Jokers, Hagrid and Dobby, of course. And we've got Harry's owl. And the name is escaping me right now. I'm sure you guys will berate me in the comments and tell me what it is. Hedwig. Daggone. Look at that. I pulled it out. Hey, look at that. What's his name? That's always getting hurt. And is that Luna, maybe? I think that's supposed to be Professor Snape. Very cool. Small indexes again. Not sure why everybody insists on that. Is that Sirius Black, maybe? I don't know. Well, Professor McGonagall we know, and obviously Dumbledore. Ooh, there he is. Don't say his name 3 times. Voldemort, Voldemort, Voldemort. And then, I don't know. Is that, nah, I don't know, but that's Draco Malfoy. And then there's the Sorcerer's Stone or something. Here's Harry and Hermione and Ron. Very cool. Ooh, and look, there's the cup where Cedric Diggory dies. The guy who's the new Batman. All right, this looks cool. We got some nice stuff going on here. Harry Potter on one side. Let's take a look at these fanned out. That's a nice clean look. I like the off. It's kind of like bone white or something like that. So it's not that crystal clear white that you normally get of cards. It's a kind of a darker sort of, I don't know, like an old look or something. But these are nice. Look, you got all the houses, Slytherin, them, and Gryffindor. Nice. All right. And then we've got the greatest band of all time. Hey, what do you guys like, Elvis or the Beatles? Why are these not going back in? Oh boy, looking at a pet peeve here, I think. No. That was pretty weird. Let's see. I think it was Nearly Headless Nick was in there, pushing back on the cards. Okay. My kids will be proud of me for remembering all these names. I've watched those dang movies so many times. All right. I like the orange of the Beatles, and I forget if this came with color options. I'm pretty sure it did. So I think I picked this because it had a Sgt. Pepper's feel to me. And let's see. Look at that. The Fool on the Hill. Oh, yeah, okay, so they've got a whole Sgt. Pepper's thing going on here, but there's the walrus, right? I am the walrus. Small index again. I'm digging, especially for like cardistry or something, the card art is neat. Totally digging all these. Wow, this is a cool deck. There's the octopus. I'm sure there's something in here that I have no clue that I'm going right over it. I like it. Look at that. It's like one of their one of their concert posters or movies. I think this is a cool back. And I think it would be fun to do all kinds of cool flourishes. Too bad I don't know any. Again, tell me what you guys think. That's all the Theory11 cards. All right, last but not least, as a add-on bonus, I'm going to real quick take a look at these NOC decks. I've heard good things about this NOC Pro edition. And I got excited about the MYNOC Ice because it just looked neat, especially for cardistry stuff. So let's take a look at that one first. We'll see, right off the bat, this is definitely a different box. You can see they didn't use a seal on the MYNOC. The Joker is pretty plain and standard. Ace of Spades, all of these cards look like on the index side. They're very plain Jane and standard. And then, what do we got going on here? Oh, you get stickers. Grab your MYNOC stickers. Okay, will do. Oh boy, where's the... Oh, look at this. Oh, look at a magician's dream come true. They give you an extra Queen of Hearts. You know why, right? The number one picked card, I think, well, by women anyway, is the Queen of Hearts. And so I bet you that's why they give you an extra one for being able to do magic and such. But let's see how these backs look. Look at that. See, this is what I was talking about. This would be cool with flourishes and flips and stuff. It's subdued and light, but at the same time, it's got some really cool kind of almost fractal stuff going on there. Nice deck. I like the feel of it too. It feels different than any of those Theory11 decks that I was just feeling. I think, all in all, this is a pretty nice deck. It's got a cool look. It's got a good feel. Good stuff. All right. And now the one that I've been waiting for. This is actually what got me into looking for cards in the first place. I saw... I don't even remember what his name is. Alex, maybe, did a thing about the deck that he created, the NOC, and it looked really cool in the YouTube video. He sold me right there and then. All right, first things first, the case. Totally different feeling than any of these or than the bicycle. It's got a recycled cardboard feel, but it's still sturdy. You know what I mean? So it's not like a bad thing, but totally different feeling. And then we go in here and we pull these things out. Okay, again, it's the same thing. It's going to be a standard looking deck, right? And again, they gave us a second Queen of Hearts. So they're thinking of that for some reason. That's definitely something. Ooh, don't want to show that, but apparently these cards are marked. I don't know how. It's like, it's just a plain old gray square with another square around it. I'm going to be fascinated to try and figure that out. It's always handy to have a marked deck, right? Don't tell anybody that I play poker with. Let's take a look at these. It's about as plain Jane as you can get on the back, but there's still something very cool about it. So, digging this deck. I really like the way these knocks kind of smooth out and everything. There's just something a little bit different about the way that they feel. I can't really explain it, especially because I'm not a professional cardistry person or a magician, but there's definitely something going on with these cards that they feel really smooth on the felt, and also just the way for handling and stuff. I have a feeling this is going to become my favorite deck, and not just because I was talked into it by a YouTube video. All right, that's it, guys. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pop all of these in the Carat for you and show you how that looks. All right, voila. And can't wait to set this up on my shelf. One thing that I wanted to add with the Carat, I got the clear top to keep dust off the cards and stuff like that. And something very nice about it, they have included magnets that just get it right into the exact spot. Now, while I admit that the Theory11 box, the brick box, is fantastic and would be a great way to store these, I am a sucker for a pretty case. And this one just does it for me. So I can't wait, like I said, to put this on top of my shelf and show off my new card collection. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it.